before we even talk about it, let's just get our ratings out of the way. For me, 8 out of 10.
For me, it's an 8 out of 10 as well. 8 out of 10. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's been a trend. The second episode in each thing for RCD so far has been really good. Well Below Yonder and now The Devil's Call. Like the second episode, the first episode really mid. Second episode, here we go.
It's a lot more to process. It was slightly longer than the previous episode.
Yeah, it was 50 minutes rather than Space Baby's 45 minutes.
Yes. Well, it was 49 technically. It's basically 50. Yeah. I've just realised. What sort of So, for those wondering what I'm doing, I forgot to change my setup beforehand. Yeah, there we go. Right, now, so there's a lot to unpack. So, do you want to talk about all the references to the toy maker, the giggle? You talk about that for a sec. What did you think of it?
The Maestro, that's the name. Maestro did the giggle. We got so much more music. It's just so good. I don't know how to talk about it really. The music was so good, and when they could actually hear the music, when the characters could actually hear the music that only normally we hear, it was just so good. It's just, I thought this episode was going to be really bad. Like I thought this episode would be mid. Like
yeah, I thought it was going to be a full-on musical romp, just like that final 3 minutes or so. I thought it was just going to be an entire music video where they're like, "Why are we singing? I don't know," because TV shows have been known to do that. And like a lot of TV show musical episodes always are the worst, but this one, no.
No, this one was really good. Like it blew my expectations right out of the water.
It was really good after the, let's be honest, disappointment in comparison that they had previously.
Space Babies. No.
It made me worry a bit, but it's fine because
it was really good. I liked it a lot, even if the Beatles don't look like the Beatles.
Yeah, and we're actually like barely in it, considering how much the episode was advertised to be Beatles centered. They were literally in it for like 2 or 3 scenes.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was still very good. I like this episode a lot. It's a very good episode, and I gotta say, I'm glad they cast Jinx once in now, because as it's a drag queen, we can have both a feminine voice and a really dark, gruff voice, like from those few scenes.
Yeah,
and
that was the idea, but it was a good casting.
Yeah,
because of the
and not to mention that scene where the Doctor made everything go silent. That was a really cool effect.
Yes, because they finally did something like creative with the sonic screwdriver that wasn't. It can now make force fields. They made it do what it does in the title, sonic waves, or something, to cancel sound waves. Especially if you're watching an episode with headphones, that must have been really it felt pretty cool to sort of just because your ears when watching Doctor Who are so used to hearing sound and so much music and dialogue, so just hear nothing, and apart from the occasional sort of it's that noise you can't replicate with your mouth, that ambient noise. Again, Murray Gold was on point. I think he made an appearance in one frame.
Yeah, on the piano right at the end.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and check, but I thought it'd be a bit bigger than that, because the costume designer from Classic Who, from one of the eras, I can't remember which,
I think he was Patrick Baker.
Yeah, but obviously, again, great to see. There was a lot of sort of cameos. There was Shirley Bassett from Strictly, I think that's her name. Strictly Come Dancing in the one day, and one of the dancers from the one day as well. I don't know his name. So that was obviously a bit weird to see. And obviously, for anyone American and worldwide, they wouldn't have a clue who they were. But for us British people who do see Strictly because of their parents or grandparents or whatever, it's quite funny.
My grandparents don't watch it, but my parents do.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's definitely not our generation as much.
Yeah, definitely not.
I don't mind it in the background when it's on. Yeah, Murray Gold's score that wasn't the actual in music was great. The ambience, I think there was some theme references. I'm not quite sure. Again, we'll be able to know that more when someone, and I know some people who do make the unreleased soundtrack thing. So yeah. And yeah, like James said, it was really cool because in the episode, at one point, Maestro started using Murray Gold's music to attack Ruby, and the music that we were hearing, they could hear. There's so much fourth wall breaking. Obviously, that wink shoot he did in the trailer, we thought was just a trailer shot. No, that was actually in the episode. Most of the time, I'd hate it because I'm like, Doctor Who, you shouldn't break the fourth wall. It's old, isn't it? But what I'm going for is that the only reason it's happening is because it's everything, like, reality's wrong. It started snowing in the TARDIS. This time, again, we had another Ruby arc thing. That's something we haven't mentioned, isn't it? It started snowing randomly and she started singing, even though she shouldn't have been able to sing. It's showing that something special about Ruby. And I really hope that it's a good thing, you know, and a good finale. And we're like, because I presume we're going to find out in The Legend of Ruby Sunday.
Yeah.
But just all the teasers to the overall narrative is great, and unlike last episode where it was the only good parts, it just only added to the story this time. And Maestro said things about Ruby. The costume change was great. My least favourite was the purple one. I just didn't love that one, but the blue sort of one that Maestro had towards the end, brilliant. It's hard when you've just watched an episode, you know that, but it's just too much to cut. Like, you know that when there's too many good things to say, that it's a good episode.
Yeah, it just so much. It's so hard to talk about and just put it into words. It's just
because, like, I know what I'm thinking, but I can't. So I definitely, if you haven't for some reason watched it, go and check it out. It's really worth it. You can just skip episode 1, but I wouldn't, because it does have some important arc narrative stuff. But yeah, and
I do warn you, it's a bit naff. So don't pay too much attention to it. Just pay attention to the beginning and the end, and the middle's just.
Yes, but
the Devil's Chord is absolutely brilliant. I really like it.
Yeah, I know that there's going to be better episodes, though. Like, I don't know how good Boom's going to be. I'm hoping it's good. I'm not sure about that historical we've got later on in this series. I'm hoping that. But I think every other episode is going to be at least 8 or 9. Has to be.
I'm looking forward to 73 Yards.
Same, that is my most hype, because I love horror. It's Welsh folklore, which gives, like, a wide. They have a lot of creepy stuff from Wheels. I can't do a Welsh accent anymore. I had to do one for a voice acting thing that me and James did, and I'm not sure how good it was, but that was a while ago. Yeah, where was I? God, it's... Where was it? There was like obviously there's plenty of references again to the toy maker. Oh yeah, we found out that Maestro was like the toy maker's, one of their children, like the children of the toy maker and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure... Like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. God's being like the toy maker. I'm not sure what the toy maker's a god of then. Toys, but he also had control over
I thought the toy maker wasn't eternal.
Well, yeah, so I'm not sure. So I guess even though he was defeated by a game of catch, which I still think was a bit too easy, I still think he's meant to be like above, isn't he? All these gods that we see. Because if you're a child of the toy maker, that automatically sort of puts you lower, doesn't it? Like, I was really worried about the way they were going to defeat Maestro, but
yeah. I'm glad the Doctor wasn't a know-it-all this time. He didn't know,
yes,
but he figured it out.
That's something I love, when the Doctor's like, I don't know what to do, I can't, okay, I don't know what to do, we need to hide, It's good, and it's going to happen, because of course he doesn't know. These are gods, they shouldn't be real. It's all because of that bloody salt. Thanks, David Tennant.
Thanks, David.